Hey, so you all know I've been driving a Prius hybrid since 2006. And I am so excited because this morning I got to drive the Toyota Camry, 2025 Toyota Camry, which is now entirely hybrid, the whole fleet of Camrys. And I picked out my favorite color of all the color options, the whites, the grays, the blacks, the underground. Well, this is called Ocean Gem. So, of course, I'm going to resonate with the Ocean Gem. I mean, I can just see this down along the coast, the beach. It's just a beautiful, gorgeous color. So we all know the Camry. It's one of the most popular cars we see on the road everywhere. I see them all the time. And for 2025, even though it's all hybrid, it's got a very attractive price point, starting at around $28,000 and going up to $36,000. And you have an option of front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, which adds $1,500 to the price. And today I drove the XLE model, so we're going to talk some more about the features and highlights of the XLE. There are 4 available trims. The Camry was completely redesigned for 2025 right here in California. It's got a beautiful sporty look for a sedan, and it's actually got a sporty drive too. With the hybrid transmission and the hybrid, it's got a lot of get up and go for sedan and a good amount of power while still being very economical, averaging about 49 to 50 miles per gallon. So let me show you the interior. So what I love is seat memory. As soon as I get in, it knows my position. So there are great new features in the complete redesign of the 2025 Toyota Camry. What's familiar to me, a lot of it is still familiar because as a Prius driver and as a Toyota driver, a lot of things are very instinctively in the same place that I expect them to be. Oh, do you hear that? Yeah, me neither. It's a hybrid. It's very quiet, so you have to look twice to know that it's on if you're not used to driving a hybrid. On the steering wheel, we have driver controls on the left side for your driver dash up here. What's important to notice on this car is you can see your amount of charge, how much of the electric engine you're using, how much of the gas engine. And also on the right here, you see the tires, because this is an all-wheel drive, so it will help indicate which tire is getting the traction. Now back to the wheel, we have, starting down here is voice command, but you can also say, "Hey Toyota," and it does the same thing. And then we have your volume, your music volume, your audio. These are to kind of scroll you through the driver dash, where you can set your trip, your distance, check out your average, your pressure on each of the tires, and your directional assistance, all of that. This does have head-up display, by the way, which is hard to tell in the bright light, but it is there. Over here are your entertainment controls and your driver assist features. So these are your cruise control modes over here. This is where you can toggle between standard cruise control and adaptive cruise mode. And when you want to turn on adaptive cruise mode, you hit here. Of course, it's not working because we're not in drive, but that's what you would do. Up here is your lane keep assist, which you can turn on or off. Here is your follow distance, which you can set the distance between yourself and the vehicle ahead of you for your comfort level. Now let me show you the multimedia screen, which is a nice big 12-inch panel in the middle of the dash. And this is where there's an in-vehicle navigation, which we're on. It has auto CarPlay, Apple CarPlay, different audio settings here. You connect your device for Apple Play or Google.
Android Auto.
Android Auto. And then here are your features where you can set your climate, your options for climate, and comfort. So let's take a look at the settings here. And of course you can connect your device here We have, you know, your date and time, keyboard, language, Wi-Fi settings. You can add a hotspot if you want, your display settings. So we're going to take a look at navigation, and you can customize your vehicle map to show traffic incidents. You can set your favorites, your home, your work, nearby parking, and on route options you can avoid tolls. You can do all of these things and scroll down, and and here's predictive efficient drive, which is going to be for your fuel economy. So voice and search, we have the wake word is "Hey Toyota," and it's ready to help. But if you want to turn it off because you're talking about Toyota and you don't want it to constantly ask you, how can I help you? That's where you can turn it on and off. And voice prompt, you would choose if you prefer just to have beeps that in your navigation as opposed to a voice command telling you where you're going. Let's talk about the center console area. First of all, we have our 12-inch screen. What's really nice too is to have all the buttons for climate control, including heated and ventilated seating for both the driver and the passenger seat. And that's nice just to have at your fingertips. We have vents here. And something I really love, I'm going to direct you over to the passenger side, this beautiful grille feature, which blends right into the vent over on the right there. And it's so sleek and it's very distinctive. Moving down in the console, we have the QI charger for the smartphone. We also have 3 USB ports down here. We have a space to stash things. We have cup holders. This is nice to have a good feel of a knob in your hand when you're driving. I know that sounded corny, but that's what I love. And then this is where you can change your drive modes. You have eco, normal, and sport. And then also EV mode, which is not going to work now because our battery's low. But if you wanted to drive on electric for a mile or so, when you're fully charged, you can hit EV mode. Maybe if you're coasting downhill or something, that's a nice feature to have. And then hold. This is great for brake hold. So when you're braking, if you press hold, let me show you, just to move forward a bit. So if I have brake hold on, and I go forward a little, and then once I hit the brake and I stop, it holds it. So I can take my foot off the brake and I don't have to constantly have my foot on the brake there. And I can also remove that. And then this is your emergency parking right here. And then we have a great compartment here, a nice deep place to stash, your purse or what have you. And then we have the cigarette lighter adapter power port, along with all the USBs. So there are plenty of places to charge. I love the drink holders that actually they reach in and they grip your cup, whatever size you have, which is always good. And then there's space in the doors too. So I'm going to hit the view button over here on the camera, and it's a way to check your surroundings of your vehicle, make sure you don't have anything, any kids in back, any animals under the car, which is a really nice feature. So then when you go into drive, you actually get the camera in front of you, so you can see at ground level what's going on. Because we're in a park right now, you never know if there's a squirrel under there or an animal taking rest in the shade, but that's quite nice to have. Yeah, oh, and you can see right through to the bottom of your car. That's great. But before we go for a drive, let's check out the back seat. It's quite comfortable and spacious back here. I'm going to show you the latches. We have 2 sets of latches below, and up above we have 3 latches, including one for the center seat. So the center seat actually comes down with cup holders here, Or back up. And we have, just to start with the doors, there's a little place here for kind of a small bottle or something. Deep pockets behind the driver and passenger seat. We have ventilation back here, which you can adjust and direct as a backseat passenger. And then down here we have two USB ports for people in the back seat. And from the back seat in this model, we have a beautiful view with a panoramic sunroof. It has a really spacious trunk, which you open between the R and the Y. Goes very deep in. Hard to tell in this light. And then of course you've got your compartment underneath for your roadside assistance gear. And that beautiful ocean gem blue color. Driving the Camry is so comfortable and so easy. It's just natural, and it drives like you'd expect a sedan to drive, but even better. So this trim has the all-wheel drive option, and I can really feel it on these twisty roads out here in San Diego's backcountry. It's nice, it's tight. I don't ever feel like I'm losing control around the curves. I love to have all the information I need right in front of me in the dash, and the navigation screen is so big. It's no more glancing over and looking over, it's just right there. I'm used to driving a hybrid, but I will say that this does not feel like a hybrid, the hybrids that I know. It's they've definitely redesigned the hybrid engine, and it has that the horsepower that you can really feel, 235 horsepower, and it's long gone are the days of a hybrid that just inches its way onto the freeway. I mean, this, you get in the lane and you're right there keeping up with all the traffic. So I love that about hybrids, and I think Toyota's just the winner when it comes to hybrid technology. The 2025 Toyota Camry is an excellent choice for someone who's looking for maybe their first car. Due to the price point, it's very attractive. It's a very comfortable and safe drive. Starting at $28,000 and going up to $36,000. It's got a lot of comforts. The hybrid, the fact that it's now fully hybrid, they have really improved the drive experience of the hybrid motor. And if you've not driven a hybrid before, you're going to have a difficult time knowing that you're driving a hybrid. It's really smooth, but you will feel it when you accelerate. So all four trims have the same engine, which is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder hybrid. Gets up to 46 miles per gallon. And the horsepower on this is 232 horsepower, which is really good for a sedan. And you can feel it when you drive it. Colors are great, but I just keep going back to this ocean gem. I love it.